So when we go to print out multi-dimensional arrays, we do have to do it that way, where we did the row, print out the whole row, each row first. However, mathematically, if we wanted to add up the numbers in each column, we could do that as well. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this array still print out this way. I'm also going to still have it, instead of doing this though, I'm going to have it do integer math dot random times 50. Why not? And to simplify the printout, I'm going to change it to a 4x4 array. So this assigns numbers. This here will print out our table. But then we're going to progress this by adding up each column. So we're going to have 4 columns to add up. And I'm also, in this case, if these I's and J's are confusing you as far as positions, we can show you a few other ways to do it. And that's what I'm going to show you throughout these videos. For this, we're going to I'm going to place spaces between the print, so it's just going to be 2 system.out.print lines. Oop, a little too much there. And now I'm going to add up the columns. So to do this, I actually start with the outside loop now being the column and then the rows adding up. So this is actually the reversal. This works to do the math and check the data. However, this does not work as far as printing because of how system.out.print lines work. So to do this, we need to create a for loop, and this one's going to control the columns. I can also call it what it is. Integer column equals 0. Column becomes less than. Now this is the difference. For doing the column, we need to control how the column progresses. So it's going to be column of numbers of 0. That's where it starts at and runs until dot length. And then column increases plus plus. This here ends the column. So this will actually help you if you're having trouble keeping track of rows and columns. Just use the words instead of letters in your loop, or abbreviate C and R. A couple different ways you could do that. To then progress down, int row equals 0. Row becomes less than numbers.length. So notice how if we're doing the outside controlling by which row we're on, then the brackets go in the second to itemize each column. In this one, to control which column we're on for the entire column, and then the row, the brackets go in the first one. And then row plus plus. This one here ends the row. So what we want to do here is I'm going to just create another integer called total. Each time we reach a new column, we're going to set total equal to 0. I'll go ahead and initialize it as well at 0, so it's happy. Total will then plus equal numbers of column and row. So this will add up the entire column, each individual row, and then outside of that we want to do the print. So system.out.print line, and I'm going to make it say the sum of column, and then we'll make it plus, make it say column, plus is, and then total. Do plus total. So what we'll see there is we'll be able to check it with our original printout up here, and then check the results down here. Let's see how we did. So our first column generates a 22, a 33, a 17, and a 27. Says that the first one is 82. Let's check it out. Let's do a calculator just to validate it. So 22 plus 33 plus 17 plus 27 equals 99. So something went awry. So let's see what we did instead. I may have bumped something off. Did we add up the row instead? Let's check it out. 22 plus 13 plus 3 plus 44 equals 82. So where did I make the mistake? Let's take a look. We still needed to, I see what we did. We still need to reverse this so that it adds up the position correctly. So in this case, to control which row we're in, this would keep the column the same because it still reads it the same way we set it up here. We're just wanting to control the column instead and then have the loop progress through. I see the mistake that we made. So if we run it again, now we should get, well, it's going to be different. If we add these up now, it should be 27 plus 38 plus 24 plus 45, 134. Okay, so we did okay now. So you cannot change, I see what we did, because of how this set up initially. When I did the print line the other way, it still read across as if we hadn't changed anything. But here we wanted to have more control, so we still needed to tell this row progress down correctly, even though we just needed to change the column numbers a little bit. So when we're calling to it, it still needs to read row first, column second, but we just changed the loop out here as to how it progressed through. So that's probably going to be a very common mistake, which is why I did leave it here in the video. That's how you add up the information in the column.